So we keep promising we're going to do YouTube videos, and we've got about 19 hours to drive, so we figured we might as well take this time to make a couple of them. So do a get to know me.
Get to know us.
Yeah. Since, I mean, y'all see a lot of our whole freaking lives on everything, but there's a lot that's not known. So, okay. Well, no, it's still going. Okay. We're going to try this. This is a little difficult. We're going through Casper, Wyoming right now, and I don't like this place. It's ugly, and the roads suck. So, anyway, we are on our way right now from Sheridan, Wyoming, where we spent the summer, to Texas and then to South Carolina after that. We travel a lot. People always ask what we do. So I was born into polo, and polo is a seasonal sport, so we followed around with the better weather. Danno's been living with me for almost a year now. We started out in Texas. She followed me to California. Well, came with me to California, and then we went to South Carolina after that, and then we went to Wyoming, and all of which to follow polo. And she got into grooming and working polo, and I ride and stuff. Anyway, I was born in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I'm 20 years old. I'll be 21 on September 10th, which is just like a week from now. I grew up in Southern California. Parents train horses for a living, blah, blah, blah. Danno?
I knew nothing of polo before Sid. Nothing. Not a lick. I didn't even know how to wrap polo wraps on a horse's leg. Even if I tried, it probably wouldn't stay on. But
that is an art.
Yeah.
We're gonna, also speaking of that, we're gonna do a tutorial when we get somewhere. We're gonna make a tutorial for polo wraps.
I grew up around cows, I guess you could say. All family, not my dad and parents or anything, but my family ran cows. We always had horses, but we didn't do anything basically with them. We had them. Some of my family roped, and that's it. My dad and I did team pinning and stuff like that, and I learned the rope and whatever. I am 21. I turned 21 on April 4th, and I'm older than Sydney. And I'm originally from a little town called Springtown, Texas. I went to school there till my sophomore year, and then I went to Azle High School. I graduated from there. I went to Weatherford College for 2 semesters and dropped out because it ain't for me.
College is not for everybody. That's another thing people always ask us if we went to school or whatever, and I did not go to college. I graduated high school and went straight, as soon as I graduated, I left town and went straight to working and traveling and stuff. And I seriously, obviously college is a great option for a lot of people, and it's smart to do, and we talk about going back to college all the time. It's just not realistic at this point in our lives right now, and there's a lot we can do without it. But as far as training horses and stuff goes, I think most Sorry, we're having a hard time. I think most of those college programs that these things offer are just a waste of time, and real life experience is really one of the best thing you can do if you want to pursue a career in training horses.
But we're not saying don't go to college.
Yeah, college, like I said, is the right answer for a lot of people, but it's not for me. I'm sure it could benefit me, but if you weigh the pros and cons, it's okay, let me go get in debt for years and years or to go end up doing the same thing I'm gonna do. All I know how to do is train horses, and that's all I want to do, so why go to college when I could just go learn, work for people and stuff? But I talk about doing it just for fun. What else? Born into polo, parents trained polo horses, and I already said that. I started barrel racing when I was 8. I started doing play days and gymkhanas and stuff. I got seriously into it this last 8 years or something like that.
I did play days, nothing like that, but I did try to run barrels. I thought it was hot. I was let me try, get my little paint guild to do that. And my dummy, oh god, I was so dumb back then. I still am.
Me too.
Yeah. I wore cut off booty shorts. I don't know, we were retarded. I was young as shit. Young as all get out, my bad.
We're trying not to pass. Yeah. We're being professional.
And I went around the first barrel. I was pretty good. My little paint horse was buddy sour, really, really buddy sour, and all I was doing was barely loping. I wasn't even loping, probably trotting the pattern. And then got to the second barrel, and my dad's bay mare saw us and whinnied, and so he looked that direction, broke in half, and I went a different direction.
If you know what that means, it means bugs, like split until you went.
And I just ate the dirt, laid there a little bit. So I was like, this ain't for me, but no.
I've never officially had like a barrel racing lesson. I don't think I've ever run a made horse. I grew up riding, like I took the polo horses to all these gymkhana and stuff, and polo horses are so damn broke, they just go straight to it. Like Caddy, my main barrel horse that y'all always see on my Instagram, I bought her because she was a polo reject. I paid $700 for her. She wouldn't play polo, but she had a hell of a handle. I literally, like, I had just been riding her, wasn't doing a whole lot, but I was supposed to go to this huge barrel race in Northern California. It was like 10 hours away, and I was supposed to go there in a couple of days, and my main horse got hurt. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll like see what happens. And I loped her through a barrel pattern at home. I was like, whoa. So I took her and it ran, and she was freaking awesome. And then I took her to Vegas the next weekend and ran another huge barrel race. And like, polo horses are just freaking broke, but everything I've run has just been something I've made, or polo horses, or my two main barrel horses are polo rejects. I showed hunter jumpers when I was younger. Like, I grew up playing polo, and I showed hunter jumpers till I was probably like 16 or so. And I would actually kind of want to go back to it just for fun. I like showing jumpers a whole lot with hunters. I do not enjoy the show world, but I do enjoy showing. I think it's a lot of fun. It's just expensive, and you don't. The thing I like about barrel race, you can make a little bit of money, but I don't know. What else? Danno, what do you want to try as far as horses go? You want to jump?
Well, I wouldn't say I really did it, but like it was kind of like I had some friends when I was younger. Their mom did a lot of like underneath. She was underneath, like, I guess you could call it. I'm not really savvy on the whole jumping thing, but she was underneath some trainers that were going to, I guess, the Olympics or whatever. I don't know, something like that. And it's all she knew. She was like Western/English world, and she was just like, I'm gonna teach you how to jump just because. And I was like, okay, like, it's gonna be easy. Like, it's not easy, like, at all. And I just did like some backyard jumps, like, and the tallest I've ever done was probably like 3 feet.
That's a pretty big jump.
But he was like a huge horse. He basically just stepped over it. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, because I was like, oh my god, I can fly over this thing. It's like 3 feet.
I think riding English and all that stuff is the best thing you could possibly do for your riding. Like, I wish everybody could have an English foundation, or at least take some English lessons.
Or like every now and then, just go throw an English saddle on something, and just it'll make you sit right.
It's a bit of a smack in the face. Like, holy crap, I don't know how to ride. Like, you'd be surprised when these people get an English saddle and they can't stay on. You can't post. You can't do whatever.
In Texas, and then the hardest I've ever the most I've ever ridden in an English saddle was when Sid and I went to California, and because you can put stock saddles on those polo horses, but most of the people you work for don't want stock saddles on those polo horses. They want polo saddles because that's what they're going to be riding in. And I was like, we were taking sets out, Sid and I, and Sid was like, wow, like, you can tell a bigger
nearest gas station.
Your posture just gets better. Like, when you ride in the English saddle, your posture gets better, your balance gets better. You just, I don't know, it's more with the horse, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's different.
I don't know where the nearest gas station is. Where's the nearest gas station?
Guess your problem.
Okay, here's what I found.
They're all telling me to flip around.
I would have stopped in Casper.
Did we just pass it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. We might have to turn around. We have to go back to Casper. I didn't really realize that at the time.
Oh. What would I like to try? I didn't really answer that. Rain cow horse. That's a go-to.
I really want to do that.
Like, that's just so, it's cool to watch. Gives me chills to watch going down the fence. I think it's really
I
cool.
really want to get into roping too.
Yeah, roping's fun. Burn a hole in your pocket. We're not gonna become those team ropers that are like, I ain't got money to rope, but I'm gonna go rope. No, we're not gonna be that. Hey, it's a fellow horse trailer. They're from Texas. Texas too?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, shit?
Dude, I can't believe we have to go back.
They have ponies? Yep.
So we don't really need to go that fast. But anyway. Anything else from South Korea? I think that's pretty good.
Oh,
What do we get asked the most? What could we answer? No. We don't need to answer that. We're
What do
not-
we get
we're
asked the
not
most?
lesbians, in case anybody's wondering. Like, we get that. We're not.
no.
I mean, no, there's nothing wrong with that, but we're just not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no boyfriends.
Nope.
It's kind of freaking impossible to find anybody worth a dang that
Yep.
doesn't mind the whole moving somewhere different every 2 or 3 months. And what else? What else do we get asked all the time? How to get into it? I
How
guess.
do you? We get this all the time. How do you find jobs where you go? Connections.
Yeah, that's like the how do you get into it? How do you find jobs? Whatever. So me being born into Polo, it's a really small world.
Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, like it's freaking crazy. You'll go from California at the end of the season to Texas or all the freaking way across the country to South Carolina and see the same people you saw in California. And it's just lucky enough to be like tight knit. And I usually have jobs set up before we get somewhere. People will call me all the time or whatever, like looking for help or if I know of anybody and all this stuff. Like we worked for the same guys last season in South Carolina. And Danno's going back to work for them. I'm gonna just go off and kind of do my own thing. I have a few client horses and stuff, and then a bunch of mine, and I'm gonna get going and sell. But it's just making connections is the best possible thing you can do. Like, do
Like-
whatever you can. Be nice to everybody.
Yeah, I
Talk
was
to
gonna
everybody.
say,
Make
like,
friends with everyone.
No matter how many bad experiences you have with someone, don't let that hold you back for helping them out when they need it, because
to an extent.
yeah, to an extent, but there may be a certain time where they actually need help and they have nobody else. Like, don't make them scared to call you. Like, just help as many people as you can and it'll come back for you. Like,
Social media is your best friend. As ridiculous as it is,
sounds
people
bad.
always like talk crap or whatever. 'Cause we're
Can
so
be
into social
sketchy.
media. I have met so many freaking cool people through Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and I like find jobs through all that, or like sell and buy horses and like find places to stay and all this stuff. It's freaking crazy the outlets you can find and the connections you can make on social media. But I don't know. I feel like that's good enough. If you guys have any more questions, just comment, message us, whatever. We're happy to answer any questions all the time.
bye.